For this, I don't know if discuss this. Um, I'm like astounded by that. That was actually very solid. I'm not gonna lie. Granted, I was not as scared as much than I was in the original one, or in the first one, but I could definitely see the darker tone they went with that. I thought it was gonna be more like because I figured they were gonna have the security staff bots keep roaming, but they were turned off and they were disabled, or most of them were anyway. And the ones that were activated were brief, very brief. So, I mean, I was expecting a little bit more to an extent, but that was still good either way. Cassie was a good character. I enjoyed her character. The fact that we saw, like, Monty's parts was pretty interesting to say the least. And the fact that we had to avoid him like sewage water, like an actual alligator, that was actually pretty cool. And Chica was just there. I mean, it was interesting to see her. I don't know. She just kind of existed. There was nothing really too serious with her. But I think Roxy was the icing on the cake with that. Like, they expanded her character more because we thought she was cold and heartless at first, and then she was all depressed and just upset with herself after or midway through the normal game Security Breach. And then this comes out and it shows like she does care for people that she does love, like Cassie, for example. Cassie is basically her best friend, or Roxanne is basically Cassie's best friend at this point, or at that point. And you can tell, Cassie was hurt, obviously. She's crying because she had to, quote, kill Roxanne, right? And you can see the sadness in her eyes when she's getting disabled because she knows what's going on. So, yeah, I don't know. Roxanne, she was very well sorted, and I think we're gonna see more of her later on. I don't know if there's gonna be more for this game. I think this game might be done, but I think Help Wanted, we might likely see her. And another thing as well to mention, that even though Vanny wasn't in that, we had her mask, one, but I feel like we should have had Vanny. Vanny should have been more employed. She should have been more in this, I should say. Like, granted, Vanessa, like from what we've seen, Vanessa, I mean, she's Vanny. But from the Fredbear ending, Vanessa's gone. Like, gone. She ditched the mask. The Princess Quest, like, basically killed off the connection with her and Afton in that mask. So, hence why Cassie's wearing it. And she's not getting, like, affected by William to do these bad things. She sees him, but she's not affected by it. But I still think Vanny, like, should have been a bigger impact. She was made to be the main villain of Security Breach, which she does appear, but as I said, she only appears like 4 times in the main game. She never really like afterwards. You never see her again. You never see her again, and that's it. Like, and even when you do see her, she's very easy to get away from. So it's just like, I really wish there was more of her. Like, it was cool William Afton had a bigger presence, because we thought William at first wasn't in Security Breach. We thought it was just Vanny. But then later on we found the hidden pizzeria from FNAF 6 down there, and the blob was there with all the souls of the children that basically died and wanted vengeance against William. So like Cassidy and all those guys, they were all there. Or Cassidy's in the Princess Arcade, I don't know. But yeah, the fact that we see William down there, and it basically confirms that that was not the Mimic. Like, people say like, oh, Burn Trap's the Mimic. No. No. He wasn't. The Mimic is its own thing down below. It mimics Gregory's voice and something else. Yeah, it mimics his voice and it mimics the appearance of something else. I don't know what that was. It was like some kind of weird doll or something in the Scooper ending. But yeah, the Mimic is just because if the Mimic was Burn Trap, that would mean that number one, basically, the blob would still be there to an extent because it took Burn Trap with him. We don't know where the blob went, but it took Burn Trap with him. So, but the Mimic was still there. That spot was underground further. We never saw it, but it was down there. So Burn Trap is William Afton. The Mimic is not the Mimic isn't Burn Trap. The Mimic was its own separate thing, right? And William is back as Glitch Trap. Glitch Trap was back in this game being the primary antagonist to get you in the mask, right? Excuse me. Well, the Mimic tries to lead you down there. So I think this is William's creation. He created the Mimic to, you know, lure this kid in here because he realizes it's a close relative to Gregory. But like Greg, I don't even know about. I don't know, but yeah. At this point, I'm just rambling. But yeah, that's basically what I'm saying there. And that's it. I think I would give Ruin a solid 7 out of 10. I think I go with that. I don't think it's better than the original game though. I think the original game is a little bit more entertaining, but I'd give that 7 out of 10 if he has the horror up a bit. But that's basically what I would give that. So yeah, but I am going to call it there. I appreciate y'all coming by, hanging out, chilling. I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. I have to think about that. We'll see what happens when the time comes. But whatever I'll be doing is what I'll be doing. Yeah. Appreciate you guys coming by, hanging out, chilling. Appreciate follows, likes, chit chats, all that stuff. And I'll catch you all tomorrow for another stream.